Hello and welcome back to Minor League Esports presented by APM Music. Tonight's match, number 4 of the night, late night one for you. Match number 4, Master League Standard, Bears at Pirates. We got the Bears who are 4-6 coming into this one. They're 12th in the Master League. We've got the Pirates that are 7th at 6-4. Tonight I'm joined by my good friend Pi. Pi, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing just fine. I'm glad to be back on the Minor League Esports Network for this titanic struggle between Sun Division opponents. And, it's still early in the season, still week 3, but it's always good to get a leg up on your division rivals, especially in terms of these two franchises. And I know they're going to be looking for any sort of advantage they can get, especially early on in the season.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a good one. We're having a little bit of some interesting issues with Rocket League servers this evening, so it's been interesting getting this one going. But it looks like we're getting much closer to getting this one on the way. So thank you so much for being patient with us. You got Master League. You got 2 middle of the pack contentions here this evening. What do you think about this being game 1 of the matchup between these two? What do you think the strategy is going to be here tonight?
It's just going to be coming out and playing your game. Honestly, you want to be sure that you establish the tempo that you want to play out early. And one of the ways you can do that is try to establish some sort of physical presence and make sure that you gain that boost advantage so that you set yourself up for success. But, it's all going to come down to who performs well on the field. And if you end up losing game 1, it's not over, because we do play that full 5-game series. And, 15 seconds in, already threatening are the Pirates.
Already threatening are the Pirates. It's a bit of a scrim for the ball here in the corner. Brandon now looking, but it's taken by Mykopolis, and a 50 there to Trichter. Waiting there, YZ for that one, but it's a lot of pressure coming from the Pirates right now. Brandon trying to clear this one away. Mykopolis almost clearing that one out. YZ up for the ball, clearing it away for the Bears. Seifert now putting it to the corner. Waiting for this one. Opportunity here for the Pirates, but they can't put it away as that one is cleared away.
It's interesting to see how the Bears are approaching their defense, because, oh my goodness, Brandon, with no boost to work with, is not going to be able to get back to that ball. And it's interesting because of the fact that the way that their clears were structured, they weren't able to find each other on the outlet passes, and it led to the Pirates being able to kind of hem them in on their own side. Get enough pressure, get enough shots on, you force the defensive mistake, and especially force the defense to not be able to get their boost in the tank in order to make the save. And Pirates, man, shot after shot keep coming at you.
Yeah, definitely a lot of pressure from the Pirates now, as 4 shots on the board from the Pirates. Brandon now with an opportunity for the Bears, but that's taken by Seifert. Into the corner now. Waiting for this one to come down. Seifert's there, putting a lot of pressure on this Bears defense. YZ now with an opportunity, but Trichter's there, plays it off to the wall. Brandon now with an opportunity, looking, centers the balls. Zulu almost taking the shot there, but cleared away by the Pirates. Great defense by the Pirates right now, and getting a lot of opportunities. Not really seeing a lot of shots go into the middle here for the Bears, right? For the Bears right now.
Now, one of the things, at least especially for the Bears, I'd like to see them clear up is just a little bit of communication issues. You've had Wise and Brandon kind of miscommunicate on that backboard numerous times, and it bites them once again as Mykopolis is able to slot that one in on the front post, excuse me. And it's just a little bit of an indecision, a little bit of difficulties of their own making, and if they can clear that up, they put themselves in a hole, but they got a lot of time in order to bring it back.
Would you say that I think it seems like now I am but a lowly FL player, but in the Master League here, it seems like the Bears are giving a lot of space to the Pirates. Would you agree with that?
Oh, absolutely, but one of the things you have to realize is that even if they have a whole bunch of space, it's what you do with it. The Pirates are utilizing that space very effectively, and the way that they're doing that is get one shot, get that one off of the backboard, and leave your third man in to follow that one up. Seifert does a beautiful job of doing just that. And once again, it's Wise who's a little bit on that backboard, doesn't get that first initial touch, and it's a free ball in the middle of the field.
Good point. Definitely makes sense. You got 6 goals you've got you've got 3 goals, you've got 6 shots, right? So you're getting that initial shot, and then you're getting that second shot and putting it away. Almost a beautiful shot there from Trichter off the wall, but it's cleared away by this Bears defense. A shot there from Zulu, but can't put it on target. Trichter tries to clear it away. YZ putting it now into the middle. Zulu and Trichter there with the 50. Mykopolis now taking control on the left side, trying to make a drive here for the Pirates towards the Bears net. Can't quite get it past into the defensive third for the Bears. Bears clear this one away. Mykopolis is there, centering it down. Constant pressure here from the Pirates.
Constant pressure, and they're not allowing the Bears to get comfortable. They're scrambling a lot, especially on their own defensive end. And when they get into the offensive end, like you see here, it's just maybe throwing one opportunity at the net. They've only got 2 shots so far with less than 2 minutes to play in this game number 1. You're gonna have to see a little bit more sustained pressure, and one of the ways you can do that, try and find your teammates in the middle of the field, get those infield passes going. But they don't have the boost, they don't have the possession, and the Pirates staring down the barrel of another goal once again.
Definitely, and Zyfet puts that one away. No one was home on the Bears side. Not quite sure. Looks like there was a demo there. Can't quite get the look there on that one. But beautiful play there by the Pirates again, and they go up 4-0. Kickoff here. Zyfet clearing this one away. But now Zulu waiting for an opportunity here from YZ. YZ centering it up. And Trichter clears it away. Zyfet goes up for the save, but just undershoots that ball just barely. YZ with a great center. Trichter tries to clear it away, but it ends up right in Brandon's hands. Zyfet just misses that ball underneath.
And you know what? It's not about the velocity that you shoot the ball at, for sure, especially on that goal. Just as long as it goes in, the Bears are going to be happy to see one that finally goes in their scoring column. And, we still got a little bit of time. They can still make this a little bit more competitive if they're able to get some sort of program established on the offensive end. But the thing about the Pirates is that so far they've essentially been playing this entire game in the Bears half of the field. And finally we see the offense come to life for the Bears.
Just as you say that, Zulu with a great 50. Oh, sorry, YZ with a great 50 down to Zulu, who is there. And just really great speed and recovery there off the turnaround. Now into the kickoff with 55 seconds remaining. 2-4. The Pirates are up. Brandon now looking for an opportunity to clear this one. The Pirates clear it up over the Bears net to the other side. Trichter's there, though, to keep it on the offensive for the Pirates. Trichter clear to the middle, and he puts that one in off the corner. What a shot by Trichter. Just angles and some great bounces and reads there from Trichter to put that one away.
What one person's miss is another person's great read, and we've all been there, right? Getting on the backboard where that roof meets the backboard in that quarter. It's extremely difficult to read how the ball is going to bounce, and unfortunately for YZ, they weren't able to get the read, and it's been kind of the story of this game number 1. They've had a few missed reads on the defensive side that have cost them a couple goals, and the Pirates have been able to take advantage of that. But now we see the Bears trying to push everything forward. They set everybody at that ball, trying to find at least a third goal, but with 15 seconds left, it's going to be a little bit too little too late in terms of trying to focus and bring this one back. But if they're able to establish a little bit of momentum as they go forward in this series, that's always a good thing.
Yeah, this game looks like it will close out at 6-2 as Trichter knocks his second goal of the game away. Mykopolis with a great pass, a great center, and a great finishing touch there from Trichter. Nothing too complicated coming from the Pirates, just some great serving them up and knocking them down. But there have been signs of life from the Bears during this game so far. What did you see? What improvements do they need to make on the Bears side of the ball?
Just a little bit more solid on the defensive end, honestly. The fact that they got a couple missed touches, and we saw, especially on that 5th goal for the Pirates that went in, it's just a byproduct of I don't want to say necessarily sloppy, because that's a difficult read to make in that quarter, but it's just, again, making sure that you stand a little bit more firmly and find your positioning a little bit better on the defensive end. And honestly, for the Bears, I don't really fault them for this game one performance. I mean, you have Brandon slotting in on a new team for the first week, and they get thrown right into a game that's on stream. And honestly, they performed admirably in this game number one. And for the Pirates, it's honestly, you made your entire living in the Bears offensive half. You made it very difficult for them to break out on offense. I just think for the Pirates, just keep doing what you're doing, and it's going to be able to find your own success.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. 50% shooting percentage for the Pirates in that first game, 33% for the Bears. So be interested to see if the Bears can get a few more shots on net. Like you said, if they can make sure that they're getting back and hitting those cycle backs on defense, making sure in the right place. Game two, we're getting ready to go down to it right now. It's going to be a real interesting one. Here we go. Kickoff. Brandon there meeting with Trichter. 50 back to the Bears side. Now Zulu up. Almost gets it over Mykopolis, but he's there. Brandon now trying to set one up, but Trichter off the backboard. Back down to YZ. YZ keeps it in for the Bears. Ball dropping down in front. Mykopolis is there again. Great clears here by Mykopolis in the first few seconds.
Right, and you saw that there was a defensive error on behalf of the Pirates that the Bears were not in position to take advantage of, and the Pirates, because the Bears weren't able to capitalize it, they can go right down the field, and a great shot from Zyfet. Unfortunately, Zulu, they were in the right place initially, just a little bit too much pace behind the ball. Pirates find themselves up early.
Yeah, just a great opportunity there. Open for the Bears. They're not able to take advantage of it. Pirates turn around and do that quick turnaround. We've seen that a couple times from both teams so far. YZ now passing the ball down to Zulu. Bears now trying to stay on offense, but Trichter says, no, that's my ball. Comes in, tries to knock it towards the net, but it's off target. Mykopolis now trying to keep the ball in for the Pirates. Zyfet passes it back out. Brandon's going to be able to get the clear. Now off the corner. Brandon with a shot, and he puts it away. Beautiful shot off the corner.
And sometimes when the team plays don't work, you gotta work in a little bit of solo play, and it's a fantastic read off of the corner, that bounce, beating that third man in net of Trichter. And Brandon had themselves a pretty good game number one. They've jump-started the offense a little bit earlier in this game number two, so a little bit of light for the Bears on the offensive end.
Definitely starting to see Brandon now come to his own. I didn't realize that it was his first game with the Bears this week, so that is great to see him coming out now. YZ on defense puts it back down in front of the net, but Brandon is there for the save, and it really looks like, even though he wasn't credited for it, beautiful play trying to get that one out. That could be very well, depending on what goes on, the play of the week. So don't forget that play of the week, command !POTW, and don't forget sponsored play of the week, balls. All you're trying to do is center those balls, get those balls in the net, man. And I hear that those score their number one every single.
You're absolutely right. And if Brandon's able to just, like, look at, you see, intercepting in the middle of the field enables the Bears to stay on the offensive end, but unfortunately they weren't able to maintain that pressure. And now the Pirates, they're going to put a shot on. It's Zyfet on the back post, and Mykopolis tries to get through, but they only find a Bears defender, take them off the field temporarily. And it's another shot on Zulu, forced into a fantastic save. Try to push this ball down the field to throw it into the corner, and they'll give their life for that one, actually. Now it's a mistouch by the Pirates on their own end, and won't get punished for it just yet. And Trichter lofts it all the way down. Is that in? Nobody's back for the Bears, and that's the go-ahead goal. For all the pressure that the Bears had, you know, you just clear your lines, and sometimes you find yourself lucky.
Definitely seeing a lot of movement from Brandon. It's a lot of movement around the field. It feels like he's all over the field, maybe trying to get some plays, be the playmaker for the team. So far, he's done a great job of doing that, but now it's down to Zulu trying to make play here on offense. But once again, this Pirates defense, very intense, very good at clearing the ball. Now Brandon with an opportunity, but Mykopolis puts this one back into the Bears half. Definitely a little bit of table tennis going on right now, back and forth down in the center of the field. YZ now going for this one. Here's this ball out to the corner, but can't quite get it out of their own end. Now YZ with the 50 off the side. And finally, the Bears get back on offense.
Get back on offense. They look for this read from Mykopolis. They get it off the ceiling, and Zyfet gets a touch to go around Brandon. Brandon's able to get that boost away, but initial shot goes just wide. Trying to distribute that into the middle of the field. Demolition occurs in the backfield, opens things up on the back line. Brandon, can they center it in? Not able to do so. Stymied for the moment by Mykopolis, but Trichter, they're backwards in it. And be able to put that one just out wide into the corner. So for all this Pirates defense, and for the couple of mistakes that they've made, they find themselves able to come out of that one unscathed.
Definitely looks like a lot more pressure now from the Bears. A lot of centered balls, but just no one there to put these ones away now as Trichter tries to get it going for Pirates again on offense. He clears this one off to the backboard. Zulu tries to put this one out to the corner. Brandon tries to clear. Can't quite get it out. YZ now off that rebound. Clears this one away. Pirates now on defense. YZ down to the centered ball. They're challenged by Zulu, but can't quite put it away. Mykopolis now trying to clear. Zulu with the demo. Can't quite get the redirect, and man, there's a lot of physical play kicking into the game now at this point. With 40 seconds left, Pirates up 2-1. Not much time here left for the Bears to try and turn the tides here with game 2.
I like the initialization of the physical play, like you mentioned. The fact that the Bears are trying to push that one down. They had an opportunity if they could have gotten around the ball. It's just Zulu gets around that ball, lofted in the middle of the field. A great pass from YZ. Quick to that one to put that ball in. Hey, you know what? Got a tie game. And for all the talk of physical play, sometimes you just got to put your shot on target. Take the shot, put it in. Just over 20 seconds left in this game number 2. Bears, they've got an opportunity.
And the Bears, you definitely see making the most of the opportunities there. It looks like on distant goals, trying to get the center of the field. It looks like the Bears are trying to get control of that right now. They're doing a good job, but the Pirates are just good at being back in that defensive third. So now they're saying, well, if you're going to be back on the defensive third, maybe we'll just launch it from midfield and see if it sticks there. YZ's going to 50 there, and we're going to go to overtime. We're now taking overtime face-off. Zulu taking control of this one, passing it over to YZ. YZ now off the wall, back down to Zulu. Zulu 50s into the Pirates' defensive side, and YZ puts this one away. Bears take game 2, and we have a series bye.
And it only took 11 seconds in overtime of this game number 2, and the one thing that's been consistent so far are missed touches on the backboard from defenses in this series. And unfortunately for the Pirates, that's going to cost them in overtime of this game number 2. And the defense for the Pirates, while it was a little bit better, you saw the flaws in the armor that the Bears were able to exploit in this game. As we moved into that overtime period, it's all just, hey, backboard's open, put a ball up there, give yourselves an opportunity. And what burned the Bears in game number 1 ends up being their saving grace in this game number 2.
Yeah, you just look at the difference in the shooting percentage, right? Game 1, Bears came out with 33%. Now they're shooting 75% for that goal percentage. And the Pirates looking a little bit different, right? Well, actually looking exactly the same. Shooting 50%. Just under 50%. They went 2 for 5 there on that game. Do you see the advantage now more in the Bears' corner, or do you think that this is still a pretty even matchup?
After the first game, I would have said that it was more in line with swinging towards the Pirates' favor, but this one kind of brings it back a little bit toward the middle. You saw the shot totals there for both teams. Not a big gap. In fact, it was only a one-shot game going down into that overtime period. And the fact that it took overtime to decide that game kind of puts in my mind it was, pretty even game. And I'd like to think that the Bears kind of calmed down a little bit from game number 1, were able to reevaluate what they needed to do in order to make this a little bit more of an even series. But now as we move into game number 3, to see if they're able to capitalize on the momentum that they had in that overtime win.
Yeah, definitely. Now as we go in 10 seconds into this game and no goals so far. Trichter now trying to clear this one out of the net, but actually puts it into the middle. YZ with the back pass to Brandon, trying to put it into the middle of the field, but Mykopolis clears this one off the backboard. And Zulu tries to pop it up to YZ. Zulu now. Brandon, coming in, trying to steal that one and put it in the net. Brandon, 50. YZ with an opportunity, but another 50 in Zyfet, and the Pirates are just there, and the Bears are the ones putting the pressure on now. Another great pass off the backboard, clearing into the middle of the field, but there's no one to put it away now. Zulu tries to clear that one, but the Pirates stand strong, Pi. This is an intense first minute to this game.
Yeah, the first minute, and the Bears are absolutely mauling the Pirates in their own end, and they forced the double commit early, and I would have liked to seen a little bit of a better shot from Zulu on that one. It ended up being just a weak shot that the third man for the Pirates was able to accommodate and take away that shot opportunity. But for all intents and purposes, Bears looking like a completely different team than especially the one we saw in game one. It's looking like a better continuity of the team we saw in game number 2. But now that the demolitions are coming out, the physical play is starting to present itself a little bit more. Look for the Pirates to take a little bit more advantage of it and get jump started on the offensive end.
Yeah, but they're still on defense right now. Brandon there coming in, getting a 50 with Zyfet. Zyfet trying to get the clear, but Zulu keeps this one in for the Bears. Now in the corner. Bit of a scrim here for this ball here in the corner. YZ challenging that one. Now back down to the middle. Zulu to YZ. Zyfet gets the clear. Might be able to get a touch, but he can't. And Brandon's able to clear this one away. Pirates still now. Trickter clearing this one back into the Bears' side, just off the crossbar. Can't put that one away. And the Bears are just pounding this ball towards the net. Just missing, another miss. Just off the crossbar by Brandon. And YZ. YZ coming in and just stuffing that one in there on Zyfet. A great team play there by the Bears.
I thought the Pirates might have been able to get away with that one. Oh my goodness, it was just shot after shot, relentless pressure from the Bears, and finally they're able to put a shot on with enough power to force one in. My goodness, and it's a culmination of all the hard work that they've put forth in the first half of this game. But the Pirates, they're not done just yet. And you saw a couple of good opportunities, and this one's going to fight its way in somehow, some way. Trickter, they'll get credited for this goal and for all the success that the Bears had on the offensive end in the first half of this game. That one's going to hurt just a little bit as it ends up going in off of the rear end of Brandon's Fennec. And now it's a tie game, so now we're back to even footing.
Yeah, Brandon, you can't let that one get to you, right? If you're coming in, like we talked about before, first game with the team here. Oh, now a deadly center there off the rebound, but doesn't get capitalized on by the Pirates. Now Zulu in the corner for the Bears on the Pirates half of the field. Brandon now with the challenge down to the corner. Zyfet trying to clear it out. Mykopolis looking to get a touch, but centers this one, and the ball sent down by Zulu, who can't do anything except get a demo there on Mykopolis. YZ now in the corner. Bears on defense. Brandon keeping this one up in the corner. YZ is there. Clears it down to the right side for the Pirates. Brandon, what a save there on the shot from Zyfet. Now he gets a bit of a weird touch, and that one's popping up. Zulu looking for an opportunity to clear this one away, and he gets it. Now the Bears are back on offense.
They get the clear, and most importantly, they get the opportunity for their teammates to grab boost. Brandon almost had shades of game number 1 where they were boostless and forced to defend a shot. They were able to direct that one into the corner. Now it's Mykopolis headhunting in the back third of the Bears, trying to get some sort of bump or perhaps a demo and open things up. They weren't able to do so. Now they're called into action in the corner. Zyfek, they have the read on the back line. They get dunked by YZ. Zulu with the fake on the goal line. They're not able to force that one through. Trickter directs it into the corner, and Zyfet's able to throw this one just enough of a reprieve, but the Pirates back on the offensive end.
Yeah, that was a bit of a weird one there, Pi. It looked like YZ wasn't quite sure of where to go there. It didn't go for the bump, just kind of tried to make sure that he wasn't saving the shot there by his teammate. A little bit of hesitation, a tough spot to be in, but didn't give away anything too crazy there. Now 30 seconds left to go. Zulu trying to keep it up, but Trickter clears this one away for the Pirates. Now Pirates on offense. Brandon with the save, getting up on this one, trying to turn this one around. He gets the shot off, and Mykopolis with a beautiful save off the top right of his own goal, and Trickster clearing this one away, shot by shot by the Bears right now, and the Pirates are there. 4, 3, 2, 1, and cleared away by the Pirates. Ball is still live. Mykopolis keeping this one up. Brandon now taking the shot. There's an opportunity, and that one gets knocked down. Wow. Too much excitement for me, Pi.
Oh, too much excitement. And once again, for the second consecutive game, we go to overtime. Is it going to require a little bit longer than 11 seconds? Well, I guess we'll find out. As it's the Pirates who grab the first opportunity as they go on offense with YZ, able to intercept. Now they're along the wall, lofted into the middle of the field. Zulu will take advantage. They go off of the backboard. Brandon puts it near post. It's a little bit of a team play for the Pirates as Tricker's going to carry this one out towards midfield. Zyfet from the goal line, lofts it into the middle of the field. Double commit from the Bears. Doesn't bite them just yet. This one's going to go high, and it's just going to go all the way across that crossbar back into the opposite corner.
Yeah, definitely. Bears keeping the pressure on this overtime part of the game. 12 shots so far on this game against the Pirates, 7. But opportunities coming here for the Pirates as Trickster tries to put one away. He centers it back again. Zulu trying to clear this one away. Brandon getting a touch, getting a reset off of that one, actually. And Zulu chasing this ball up into the Pirate side. Now trying to take his time. Centers the ball. Trickster clearing this one again. And Trickster's really been there for the Pirates on defense. 4 saves in this game. I'm pretty sure he's had a couple in the past few games as well. YZ now taking this one, trying to get this shot on net. Oh, and the Bears are just missing opportunity after opportunity, just clear of the Pirates' goal.
It was a great double tap opportunity, and if that wasn't going to be a goal, it was a fantastic setup for a pass to the middle of the field, and unfortunately they did not make the most of that opportunity, and the Pirates go the other way. They're having the Bears in this near side corner. Brandon trying to get a touch, but they're beat out by Trickster. It's going to read off the corner in. Mykopolis on this near side wall, puts it right back into the mixer. Brandon straight down, guillotine movement. Zyfet with the shot on, not able to take it. It's a double demo in the opposite corner. Makes it a temporary 2v2. Trickster, their shot goes just wide. YZ left to collect the scraps in that corner and push it out towards the midfield.
Definitely starting to see, I don't know about you, fatigue maybe setting in this game. A couple missed touches there by both teams coming into this one now. YZ trying to get the clear. Gets it up Mykopolis, keeping this one in the middle of the field. Brandon getting a couple double taps off the wall. Gets a little awkward. YZ is there, though, on the shot from Trickster. Tries to clear this one out, but misses, and Brandon's able to clear it away. Trickster now with the demo on Zulu, but YZ is there, puts a shot on net, and what a save by Trickster! I cannot believe what I just saw. There's another shot by the Bears, and it doesn't get put away. Brandon there with another shot just off target, and that's been the tale of this game as the Bears have in 15 shots on this game so far, 3 minutes into overtime.
Oh my goodness, he thought the dribble play was going to be great. That would have been a great contender for play of the week. Potentially, they get the dribble pass one and then the flick to get over the 2 remaining players in net. Unfortunately, it was not to be. Now, the ball's available in the midfield for YZ. Do they have an opportunity? They do, but they're going to get dunked, and Brandon's not going to be able to get back to the ball. Mykopolis is going to be the benefactor of a fantastic challenge on their own end. Get a little bit of a 50 action, and that ball's got a Bears trail on it, unfortunately, and one thing that you got to make sure that you're going to be in the correct position to make that challenge. The Pirates, in overtime of game number 3, take a 2-1 series lead.
Yeah, and that's definitely a bit of a disappointment there for the Bears. You can't let it get to you, though. It's that, you know, Brandon was probably at that point typing exclamation mark POTW while he was trying to make that save, because he was just he was knocking them out of the park with the saves there. YZ as well, each had 4 saves in that game. Trickster, though, coming away as MVP, 1 goal, 1 assist, 5 saves, and 5 shots. Very even. I think that was the best game that we saw so far, Pi. But what do you do as the Bears? You come off, you got to just shake it off, right? You're coming in, you played a good game 1, a good game 2, and then game 3 it doesn't quite go the way that you wanted to in overtime. You just got to shake it off and go.
You're absolutely right. And one of the things you pointed out was a little bit of fatigue, especially as we got further along in that overtime period. It comes down to teams wanting to not be the first to make that first mistake and get punished for it, especially in a golden goal situation like an overtime period has. Unfortunately for the Bears, you really didn't do anything wrong. It's just the bounce didn't go your way. You had fantastic save after save by the Pirates on their own goal line to keep this one at a at a tie game in the overtime. So as we move into game number 4, I think one of the things they're going to want to do is take a little bit more time with the opportunities that they have to ensure that they're just a little bit more of a golden opportunity, so to speak, and make sure that you're capitalizing on what you're given. Because the Pirates, they're giving them plenty, but the Bears, for all the work that they're doing, are giving up opportunities of their own.
Right. When you're shooting what I would say that was probably less than 10%. Definitely want to make sure that the opportunities that you're getting are of quality and not just quantity, right? Because you can have a million shots, but if the opposing team has just as many saves, then it's not really worth anything. You're not getting those quality shots. Now Zulu trying to make sure they get quality shots here as the Bears, 1 minute into this game, are trying to look for opportunities, but they aren't really able to get anything in the middle of the net. Brandon now trying to take this one down and puts it down in front of the net, but there's no one there, which has been a little bit at times theme of the night for the Bears, getting good centers in, but not being able to put them away.
Absolutely right. And that was a little bit of Shade's game too, Brandon, where they're able to do a little bit of solo play and get a favorable bounce off the corner and direct that in towards the net. This time, they were stymied by that Pirates defense and they weren't able to capitalize it, but YZ with a fantastic distribution from the corner from Zulu. This is what you want to see from the Bears, and Zyfet. I've been in that position myself, and you put the ball with enough pace in the corner as it comes careening down from the corner to the backside post, and unless you're in the absolutely picture perfect position, there's not a whole lot you can do if you're flat-footed in the defensive in the net. So great job by the Bears to get out to an early lead.
And definitely, and not as you may see sometimes, well, you could see it at all levels of play, but not going for the double commit, right? Even though everybody's really close in proximity there with that play, and YZ coming out pretty much out of nowhere to put that one away, making sure that you're not double committing and throwing that opportunity away. Great finish by the Bears now as they're getting another opportunity. Brandon tries to put one in the net, but Zyfet's there. Great shot, great opportunity. YZ challenging now, but doesn't get to the ball in time. Brandon now passing it back up to YZ off the corner. Brandon almost putting that one away, and now Zulu can't get enough sauce on this one, and it gets kicked out by Trickster. Now Trickster, clearing this one into the corner, now back down to the middle. Brandon is there, and he keeps this one out on the left side. YZ now taking an opportunity, getting up, but Mykopolis is there, and not too many shot opportunities. Well, 6 for the Bears and none for the Pirates so far in this game, as there is an opportunity by Trickster, but YZ clears this one away. And Zulu making a beautiful save there. Would have been a great opportunity for the Pirates if that one went home.
And they're still threatening, and it's kind of taken them a little bit of time to warm up in this game number 4. And the offensive production has been in large part by the Bears with their shot total. But now it's a 2v1 opportunity. Mykopolis, they're going to lift it all the way forward, and Brandon, they get bumped by Mykopolis on the way there and assists them in making that save. Been the best look that the Pirates have been able to put together in this game. YZ cuts out the pass, and now it's a 1v1 opportunity. They'll grab that mid boost. They're not able to get to the ball before Trickster does. They will grab a demo, 2 demos on the back end, but the ball finds its way into their own corner, so the Bears temporarily unable to capitalize on that opportunity, and floundering in that corner. Zyfet's going to take it past 1, past 2, and into the net for the tying goal. My goodness, what an individual effort.
Yeah, and just like that, in pretty much under a minute, you see the Pirates go from essentially no shots, 1 shot on net, to 4 shots on net and putting one away there. The Bears really look like they're on the back foot, and Brandon's still making those highlight reel plays, but the rest of the team has got to work together here and try and make sure that you don't lose this opportunity that you have. Zyfet with the quick shot and just putting it away. The Bears now seem a little discombobulated. 2 quick goals back to back here.
Yeah, Zyfet, they got ice in their veins. My goodness, the wherewithal to catch the Bears out and got a little bit of their hand in the cookie jar, and defense spread out just a little bit too much. Nobody's defending the net. And Zyfet on the preceding goal, they did a fantastic job of slowing the play down just enough, because as you may remember, both of their teammates were demolished and they were on the respawn, so they didn't have any help backing them up. They had to make sure that they didn't panic, that they didn't try and throw the ball away and give away possession. They did just enough, and they were rewarded for it. And now, with less than a minute to go, Pirates find themselves on the front foot, and now it's the Bears that are going to have to try and find something, anything, to go their way. Trichter puts it out for YZ. YZ lofts it in the middle. Mykopolis, a dead ball in the middle of the field. Means that it's pushed just wide. Brandon trying to set up Zulu. They have it, and this time, instead of going post out, it goes post in. Zulu and the Bears have tied the game.
Yeah, interesting to see here. Mykopolis looked like maybe was out of boost. Couldn't get up fully for that one, and Zulu puts it away. Looks like there's potential here for overtime in this one. 40 seconds left. Now back over to Trichter. Trichter puts this one up. It's up above the goal, off the backboard. Now popped into the middle. Zulu clears this one away for the Bears. Over to YZ. YZ can't quite get the touch. Zulu is there, though, down in the corner. Trichter. Ooh, and a beautiful shot there by Brandon. And what a save there by the Pirates. Oh, just off the corner. Opportunity after opportunity for each team. Now Mykopolis turns the ball around there as the Bears are trying to get out. A little grouped up there. And Mykopolis takes advantage, clears that one in right in the center of the goal. Looks like Zulu got a piece of that one, but wasn't able to clear it away. And it looks like unless the Bears can score in the next 11 seconds, the Pirates are going to take this one home, as Mykopolis goes up, but doesn't get the touch he wants. And Zulu, just off the cross, just off the post. And words are escaping me. What a game. The Pirates will take that one home. The Bears are going to want that last one back. Man, an opportunity just off the post. And the Pirates will take this series home. But we still have game 5.
As you said, no words to describe what's transpired on the field, especially in that last minute alone had a lot of action. And man, it seems like it's been the story, and we said this a couple times in regards to some of our points, but the story of especially this game, there were notably 2 opportunities that the Bears had. If that goal was just this much wider, it ends up being a completely different storyline that we're talking about. We're probably talking about a 4-3, maybe 4-2 win for the Bears, but that post was not their friend, and unfortunately they find themselves down in this series. But playing a little bit for pride as we move into game 5, it's been a fantastic series thus far. It's been very even, 1-goal games, with the outlier of the game number 1 where the Pirates kind of got off to that hot start. But for the Bears, what else could you really do except just shake your head and be like, well, we gave it our best shot, and now we've got a little bit of pride to play for going into game 5 and showing what they're really made of.
Well, and you're going into this one, right, knowing that this is a divisional matchup, so you're going to be playing these guys again. You're looking for maybe full season series record, right? So you want to make sure that you get the win, that you're still giving it your best. Maybe you're watching this game and you're saying, man, I really love the Pirates. They did great. They won their game this week, and I love them so much. I want to go support them with some gear from Proline. You can use the command !Proline, Proline, and get some Proline gear for your favorite MLE team. Yeah, maybe you like Trichter and you want to get something with your name, or maybe you want his name on the back of it, right? Because he made a beautiful double tap there. Go ahead, check it out, Proline.
Be a fantastic way to represent what the Pirates have done in this series so far. But Zulu says, hold on, we're not done yet. Bears trying to make a statement, especially off of this kickoff. It's a good pass upfield from YZ. They had ambitions of a double tap like we saw from Trichter's earlier goal. But I guess they'll take the pass instead, you know, and like you alluded to before the first goal, the game totals still matter. The fact that if you can get a 3-2 win, that's still one more game win than you would have had otherwise. So especially against, like you said, a division opponent, those game wins could be very, very helpful come down to the last weeks of the season.
Yeah, definitely could be helpful as they're trying to make the most of it now with Zulu taking an opportunity, putting a shot on goal just off the crossbar. A touch from Trichter sent that one up to the crossbar, and he managed to clear it off the backboard. It's still on. Pirates have the field, and Zulu puts in the second goal of the game. Your second goal for the Bears in total. 3 shots, shooting at 66%. What a beautiful shot. Even though the Bears were tripled up, that could have been dangerous there.
Yeah, they were tripled up, but what preceded that was a triple commit on behalf of the Pirates. And the fact of the matter is they were all facing away from the ball, driving back towards their own net, trying to make that save and distribute it out to an area that wasn't as dangerous. And my goodness, what a finish from Zulu, their second of this game. Brandon's going to try and slot a third, but Zyfet scrambles back and is able to get to that ball. Trichter tried to go for the air carry, maybe a flick there. Mykopolis going to launch a shot on Trichter with the redirect opportunity, not able to get there. Zyfet with a flip. They got to get a pre-flip opportunity, but now it's off of the corner. YZ for Trichter. Trichter's going to try and force that one into the near post, not able to get that in. And now it's slowed down just a little bit as the ball's in the corner and distributed away by Brandon.
Yeah, definitely good defense right now by the Bears. No saves to show for it right now. But the Pirates now starting to try and apply a little bit more pressure. Now as Zulu goes up for the ball, clears this one down to the middle, but Zyfet's going to be there for this one. Bangs it down away into the Bears defense again, trying to challenge to keep it in, but Brandon takes this one out. Why is he going for the demo and he gets it? But Brandon's demoed by Trichter. Oh, and just off the mark there is Zulu with an opportunity to put that one away. YZ sends one towards the net. Rapid fire, and Zyfet's there to save that one. Now taking control, Zyfet. A little bit of a ground-to-air play. Doesn't quite get what he wants. And Mykopolis now trying to take this one down in the middle of the net. Brandon clearing this one away down to Trichter. Trichter doesn't... Ooh, what a beautiful pass play. Looked like he had a mistouch, but sent it down for Mykopolis. YZ now on the left-hand side of his field. Mykopolis looking to get a touch, but doesn't have enough boost, and this one is cleared away by the Bears. Pretty even right now, it feels like, in this last game with 2 minutes left to go.
It is, and I think the Bears are fortunate to find themselves on the right side of the score line in this game number 5, and Zulu putting another shot on. They've got 2. They're going to be looking for that hat trick if they're able to get it, and they've had their opportunities, have the Bears thus far in this game. The Pirates have held strong on their own defensive end, and now they're going to look to get things started on offense. Zyfet trying to intercept that one in the middle of the field. Mykopolis with the touch in, and Zulu able to make that save, and it's forced all the way down for Brandon. They got a dribble, or they're going to get challenged immediately by Mykopolis. Great awareness as they probably were communicated that they had a third man back in Trichter, so they're able to turn and make that challenge. They're able to turn on this one as well. YZ throws it downfield along that sideline. They get a dunk, and unfortunately it doesn't go in the net. It goes all the way across the field.
Now the Pirates trying to clear this one out of their own end. Brandon says no, puts it off the backboard up to YZ. YZ knocks it down in front of the net, and what a beautiful shot there. And Zyfet manages to get the clear on that one, but a great play by the Bears, making that one look easy as the ball falls down in front of the net. And Brandon with a great touch to clear this one away from the Bears net. YZ now up in the middle of the field, puts it down towards the net, but Trichter is there in the middle to clear this one away. Now a little bit of a mistouch there from the Pirates. Now on the back foot, Mykopolis trying to save and clear this one away, and he does. Zyfet now in their own corner. 50 there by YZ. Pirates still managing to clear it out, but the Bears not giving up on the pressure and trying to keep this ball in the corner. Zulu does. Seifert now jumping over the demo, and Brandon puts the one just off the crossbar, and the Bears really pounding this one away as only 2 seconds, 1 second left. Ball is in the air. Mykopolis keeps this one up, putting it towards their net. Seifert just rolls under the ball, and the Bears will take this one, lessening that blow there from the series, and they'll get their second win on the night. Final score on the series is 3-2 Pirates. Bears take game 5 2-1.
Oh my goodness! And we might have been staring down the barrel of yet another overtime had the Pirates been able to get underneath that ball at 0 seconds and float that one into the net. But man, just a reminder, like you talk about play of the week. It doesn't always have to be a goal. There were 2 fantastic saves, one from each team. You had Brandon, who had positioned themselves on the inside of the interior post, and then they went and did some sort of akin to a squishy save to get that ball out and away towards the opposite sideline. And then we had that fantastic touch that would have been a great contender for play of the week off the backside of the Bears car, put it down, and they forced the defense to respond in such a way that I think that save itself is a good candidate for a play of the week moment. But for the Bears, a fantastic response in game number 5. They were able to hold the fort down and generate a lot more offensive pressure than they did, especially in that game number 1. But for the Pirates, it's a favorable result for them, and they've got to be feeling good about the way that they played and the way that they were able to facilitate their offense, as well as the fantastic way that they conducted their defense today.
A great late night showing by both teams. We had a little bit of a struggle at the beginning with the servers, but we got it rolling. We got moving. I had a lot of fun here tonight. Beautiful play by both teams. This one comes down to the Pirates taking the series 3-2. My name is Des Jockey. I Square with me. Thank you so much for joining us, and we hope you have a great night.